ache.
Welcome back, everybody, to another MLB The Show franchise mode here with the Chicago White Sox. Today, we're playing technically two games. We're playing one against the rival Chicago Cubs, and then we're going to go 1 week later, and we're going to be playing the All-Star Game. When we play the All-Star Game, we're just going to show the White Sox, the guys that are there. We're not going to play the whole game and show you inning by inning stuff. We're just going to show you the White Sox stuff. I don't know where it is yet, to be honest. I don't know where it is. So you're going to find out with me. We take one quick, before we start today's game, let's take a look at the All-Star voting. I'm not going to go really in depth with, you can see all the votes. But you can see right now we have one guy leading, and that's Adam Eaton in center field. So hopefully we'll have at least one. Hopefully we'll have a couple others. But I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm really looking forward to playing the Cubs. They beat us in game 1, 3-2. We take a look at the box score. You can see they scored 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. We scored 2 in the 7th. And unfortunately, we were unable to come up with the win. You can see Anderson had a good game. Castro had a good game. We only had 5 hits, though. And then we look at the White Sox pitching. Dunning went 6 1/3, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. Bullpen had a pretty solid outing. You can see Gonzalez faced 2 batters. He walked 2, but no runs given up. So, alright guys, I'm very excited to start this game. Let's go ahead and get it started. Welcome back, everybody, to Guaranteed Rate Field here in Chicago. Today is a battle between the Cubs and the White Sox. The Cubs are 60-31. The White Sox are 51-38. So two very good teams going against each other today. It's going to be Yu Darvish on the mound for the Cubs, and it's going to be Dylan Cease on the mound for the White Sox. You can see Dylan Cease making his 4th start of the season. He's 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA. He's thrown 50 innings. He's given up 20 hits. The walks are high at 12. The strikeouts are reasonable at 10. So he's looking to bring down that whip and get a good quality start in today against the Chicago Cubs, as Javi Baez is up to the plate leading off for the Cubs. He's batting .288 on the season. You can see the White Sox in their throwback uniforms. The Cubbies in their Cubby blue. And it is time for the very first pitch of the game, and it is going to be a fastball strike. As you can see at the top, Baez comes in today's game with a 12-game hitting streak. So Dylan Cease and the White Sox pitching staff looking to shut that down tonight. And this is your first time. Oh, well, he's going to get on base. Some tempers flaring early in this ball game, as Javi Baez gets one up around the face. He gets it off the shoulder. A leadoff man on for the Cubs. Dylan Cease, that sinker not going exactly where he wanted it to go, as he makes his first start here tonight. Yu Darvish on the mound for the Cubs, making his 18th start this year. He's 5-4. He owns a 3.28 ERA with 107 innings pitched. He's only given up 94 walks. Very good. The strikeouts versus walks ratio is excellent. So the White Sox are going to have the work cut out for them today, and they find themselves in a hole down 4-0 early here in the bottom of the first inning, as Adam Eaton walks to the plate. Dylan Cease, his control has been terrible in the first inning. He's thrown nearly 30 pitches. He gave up a 3-run home run to Marwin Gonzalez, as that fastball is going to be taken. Ball 1. Dylan Cease, his control has been shaky. He's been missing the spots by a lot with a lot of his pitches. He hasn't had a single pitch that has really been clear-cut his best. So he looks to change that when he comes up in the second inning, but the White Sox look to get on the board early here. Last couple games, they've had a hard time getting contact with the ball, getting hits, and that has been a struggle lately for the White Sox, as Adam Eaton's going to swing through that big curveball for strike number 2. White Sox offense has not been very good the last about 3 weeks now. So big moves could be on the horizon for the White Sox, as Adam Eaton is going to check swing that one. They're going to appeal the third, and he is going to be ruled to not have swung past it. So it's going to be ball 2, evening up the count. Yu Darvish, one of the best pitchers in baseball, coming to the Chicago via free agency. as Adamine is going to swing through that fastball for strikeout number 1 and the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Addison Russell to the plate here in the top of the second inning. He's got 7 home runs, 39 RBIs in the 2019 regular season. You can see the White Sox got a run back there off an Eloy Jimenez not a ground rule double, an RBI double. He hit 2 foul balls that went probably about 1,000 feet each. So he seems to be feeling it tonight, as that is going to be fouled off for strike 1. You can see kind of early his command has been hit and miss, as that fastball is going to hit its spot for strike 2. He's hoping to come back this inning and have a strong inning. Hopefully not bringing the White Sox bullpen out early, as Schiebler's going to run for this one, and he's going to get underneath it to retire the first out of the inning. A very important first out here for Dylan Cease. Tim Anderson up to bat in the bottom of the second inning. You can see his last 8 games, he's batting .355. Very good for Tim Anderson, getting back on track. As there's a runner on first, Josh Bell, a leadoff single here, as it is still 4-1 Cubbies. But White Sox looking to turn that around here, as that curveball is going to be outside. White Sox getting Darvish's pitch count up there in the first inning, as he's about to throw his 28th pitch here with only 1 out in the second inning. So both pitchers getting their pitch counts up a little bit higher than they would have liked, as Tim Anderson's going to fall that one off. Dylan Cease actually only threw about 5 or 6 pitches that last inning, as the second and third batter up both swing at the first pitch and popped it up. So saving Dylan Cease a little bit of work, as Tim Anderson is going to fall that one off into the camera well, making the count 1-2. Not a lot of speed there on first with Josh Bell, but Tim Anderson tried to poke one through, as he's going to strike out swinging early on a slider. Yu Darvish gets another strikeout for the second out here in the bottom second inning. Chris Bryant up to bat, a single in the first inning. Comes to the plate batting .293 on the season, so continuing doing what Chris Bryant does, and that is killing baseballs. Here in the top of the third, still 4-1. Dylan Cease has seemed to gotten back to his control, as he misses his spot on that one. But since the first inning, the last 4 batters he's faced, he's looked a lot better, as that fastball is going to find the lower part of the zone for strike number 1. You can see a full stadium today for the Sox versus Cubs. White Sox fans, this is the biggest games of the year. Cub fans, it's very important to them. Of course, they got the Cardinal games as well. As that curveball is going to catch inside on Chris Bryant. He doesn't like it. He already saw Baez get almost plunked in the face earlier, so he's not happy with that. But Dylan Cease is not afraid to go inside on batters, both left-handed and right-handed, as that one was looking to go in, but it ended up finding the outer portion of the plate, evening up the count 2-2 to one of the National League's best hitters, as that ball's going to be left over the heart of the plate but fouled off by Chris Bryant. Count remaining at 2. Dylan Cease trying to make quick work of these batters, and he will here on Chris Bryant, striking him out on a high curveball for the second out here in the third. Eloy Jimenez up to bat here in the fourth, 1 for 2 tonight, as it is 5-4. But wow, Eloy Jimenez has been feeling it tonight. I told you about the foul balls. His last out, he hit one all the way to the wall. Probably could have had a good swing at that one, but decided not to swing. Strike 1. He seems like he's feeling it tonight. He's got Yohan Moncada there on first. Hopefully gonna make some fireworks happen right now, as that is gonna be a pitch out, making sure that he doesn't run. Cubs probably have a good scouting report knowing that the White Sox like to run on the second pitch. But Yohan Moncada not in motion, as that is going to be a ball 1, evening up the count. And a quick step, not a pitch out, but ball number 2 from Yu Darvish. So advantage Eloy Jimenez here, as he tries to get some more runs across for the White Sox, and Dylan Cease, as he's going to swing through that slider a little bit lower than the previous slider he saw, and that is going to even up the count at 2. Eloy Jimenez trying to get the White Sox going here. Yohan Moncada on the move, and that cutter is going to be fouled off. Count's going to remain even at 2. Eloy Jimenez trying not to strand Yohan Moncada there, but also does not want to swing at a unnecessary pitch as he's going to foul that fastball off. As this is going to be Yu Darvish's 61st pitch of the night. A good job by the White Sox. They don't usually run up pitchers' counts. They are tonight. As that is going to be ball 3. A late run. And Yohan Moncada is going to be thrown out. His worst jump of all the times he was trying to steal. And he will not get the second base here. You can see a good throw, a good tag. Again, I wish they would fix the mechanics of stealing. And Mr. Javi Baez, the magical tagger here, up to bat in the 5th. 70 pitches so far for Dylan Cease. He's trying to make it through the 5th inning, handing over the ball to the bullpen for the 6th. As that is going to be strike 1. Dylan Cease really wants to get a little bit further in games, as this one's going to be popped up to Schiebler in right. He's going to get underneath it, and that is going to be the first out here in the 5th inning. Looks like Jake Berger is coming into play for Josh Bell at first base. Not really sure they're making the substitution, as Chris Rustin's in against Anthony Rizzo here in the 6th inning. Wilson Contreras there on second base with a leadoff double. Not really sure why they switched him out, though. We'll be sure to try to kind of figure that out. I don't think there was an injury, so we'll try to figure that out for you guys, as that is going to be ball 2, 2-0 to Anthony Rizzo here in the top of the 6th inning. As that ball's going to be fouled off to the right side for strike number 1. As the 2-1 pitch is going to be a cutter. Anthony Rizzo swinging over it for strike number 2. 2-2 the count. And that ball's going to be hit to Yohan Moncada at second base. They're going to go get the force out at first. Wilson Contreras is going to move over to third with 1 out here in the 6th. Blake Rutherford up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning, still 5-4. So we're getting some rumors that Josh Bell might have possibly been traded. We're not really sure who, to where, for what. No idea. We're just getting some rumors. We're seeing some tweets flying around that possibly Josh Bell has been traded away from the Chicago White Sox. Not really sure what they're getting back, as Blake Rutherford is going to drive this one into right field. Right, however, at Jason Hayward. We'll try to keep you guys posted about that trading if we can throughout this game. Eloy Jimenez up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. It is a still 5-4 ball game. 1 out here. Jimenez trying to get on base here. White Sox need some base runners. They need some runs, as that slider is going to catch the corner as Eloy Jimenez swings through it for strike number 1. Still some rumors going around about Josh Bell being traded. We haven't heard too much lately about it. As that ball is going to come inside and plunk Jimenez, possibly getting back for Javi Baez being hit in the 1st inning. I don't think so. But nevertheless, the White Sox will take it. It's a runner on first for Matt Davidson here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jake Berger up to bat. He came in for Josh Bell. It is a now tied game here in the bottom of the 7th. Matt Davidson hit an RBI double into right center field, scoring Eloy Jimenez from first. Now 2 outs. Jake Berger trying to come in and hopefully get Matt Davidson home. He won't on that slider, though. You can see that kind of submarine kind of style pitching is definitely effective against right-handers. We go back to the Josh Bell trade rumors. We're supposedly hearing that there is a possible trade for Josh Bell coming out of the AL East. Not sure what team yet, but we're hearing the rumors as that ball's going to be hit to Addison Russell at shortstop. He's going to throw it over the first. Anthony Rizzo is going to scoop it up, and that is going to be out number 3 here in the 7th. But Matt Davidson tying up the game here on an RBI double. 5-5 as we go into the 8th. Anthony Rizzo to the plate here with 2 outs in the 8th. There's a runner on second base. Chris Bryant doubled with 1 out. Jake McGee is in. He's trying to close out the 8th, and that ground ball to Berger should do it, and it will. That is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox trying to get on the board, take the lead, and hopefully take this one from the Cubs. Addison Russell back up to bat here at top of the 9th inning. 2 outs in a 5-5 ball game. Gregory Infante is in, and that is 4 straight strikes for Infante. He just struck out Almora Jr. As that ball, this umpire has been extremely inconsistent with his calls tonight, particularly against White Sox. As that one's going to be called a ball. This one's going to be hit, though, down the line. That is going to be a fair ball. Schindler's going to get to it quickly. He's going to throw it on in the second. It might be a close play. Unfortunately, it is not a 2-out double for Addison Russell here in the top of the 9th inning. You can see him driving that one down the line. Schindler unable to get it in quick enough to get a play on Addison Russell. As now there is the go-ahead run there at second base. Another questionable call. As that guy is up to bat, I'm not even going to try to say his name. I don't know who he is, but I'm not going to try to say his name. As that curveball is going to be strike 1. Should be 0-2, but we'll roll with it. 1-1 the count. You can see that is a great pitch. Getting the strike. Gregory Infante trying to get out of the inning. Want to turn it over to the White Sox offense in the 9th. As it is 2-1. He's going to be swinging on that slider. A effective slider, very active. And he looks like he's going to be going back to it here with 2-2. And he will get the strikeout. The White Sox here will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. A tied game against the Chicago Cubs, 5-5. Bottom of the 9th, Eloy Jimenez up to bat. He's 1 for 3. I told you, it seemed like he was feeling it tonight. Hopefully he's feeling it now here in the 9th with 2 outs. As that ball's going to be fouled off just behind the plate for strike number 1. Definitely a lot of nervous fans in the crowd on both sides for Cubs and Sox fans alike. As that slider's going to be way inside on Jimenez. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. A lot of bitterness between these two teams. As the count is even at 1. Eloy Jimenez, the 1-1 count. As he's going to swing through that slider. 1-2. 1 strike away from going to extra innings here on the south side of Chicago. As the two Chicago teams battle it out in Game 2 here in Chicago. As that ball, Eloy Jimenez is going to get plunked for the 2nd time tonight. He's not happy about it. He's staring down at the pitcher's mound. You can see that one coming back, hitting him right in the back. His 2nd time tonight. The 3rd batter to be hit this game. And that is going to bring to the plate Matt Davidson. A whole new count, 0-0. As that one's hit deep. It's high. Is it far enough? It just might be. It looks like it is. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a White Sox walk-off victory against the Chicago Cubs. 7-5. Matt Davidson, a 2-run home run. The White Sox walk it off here against their biggest rival, the Chicago Cubs. If you guys have been fans of this series, you know Chris Bryant did this last year to us. He hit a walk-off home run in the 9th, and we come back this year, we do the same thing to them. Matt Davidson, 2-run home run, and the White Sox take this one against the Chicago Cubs tonight. A 2-run blast. On the first pitch he saw Matt Davidson taking it deep, right down the middle. You can see that is a moon shot. Way up there, way out past the lights. Definitely had a lot of height. I wasn't sure if it was going to be far enough. As you can see, that ball just getting into the bullpen. And that is a big White Sox victory, something they really needed, as they have only a half-game lead over the Indians for first place in the division. Wow, what a game. What a game. You can see 5 at-bats. He had 3 hits tonight, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. The player of the game, Matt Davidson. Fantastic game today. So let's take a quick look at the highlights, guys. Let's go ahead and get there. You can see that stuff. They cleaned the field. Let's take a look at the highlight reel. There was a lot that happened tonight. Top of the 1st inning, not a bright spot for Dylan Cease. You can see Adam Eaton playing way back there. He's going to single, and he's going to come in the score as Bryant moves to second. And then Marwin Gonzalez, a 3-run shot to right field, 4-0 early. And if you guys are baseball fans in real life, you know that the Chicago Cubs actually just did this twice. The Chicago White Sox going up 4 runs in the first. And then the bottom of the first, Jimenez doubling to left after hitting 2 1,000 and 10,000 feet foul balls. He gets here to second. He scores a run, at least getting the White Sox back on the board. And then bottom of the third, Josh Bell, who may not be a member of the Chicago White Sox anymore. We don't really know. Hits a 3-run shot, tying up the game at 4. A no doubt about it. 433 feet, tying up the game here in the bottom of the third. Then Addison Russell taking that huge curveball to right, doubling on it, scoring a run. You can see this one hitting the top of the fence. Shibler unable to catch it. And then bottom of the 7th, Matt Davidson, one of his big hits of the night. Not the biggest, just quite. I think you guys have an idea what that big hit is. But he doubles this one to right off the bottom of the fence, tying up the game. Jason Hayward gets it in. And then top of the 8th, Rizzo grounded out to first base. Nothing really special about this play, but you can see Jake Berger, who came in for Josh Bell, you know, possibly going to the AL East. We don't really know. We'll find out more after this game. And then top of the 9th, Mystery Man struck out on a slider. They had a runner there on second. They had an opportunity. And then bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, Matt Davidson playing the hero. A 2-run moonshot, giving the Chicago White Sox the victory against the Cubs tonight, 7-5. All right, guys, after a very exciting game against the Chicago Cubs, what a great game. Let's find out what happened to Josh Bell. So it has seemed as though Josh Bell has been traded, and only to become a different color sock. He's going to the to the Boston Red Sox. You can see White Sox sent Josh Bell, Carson Fulmer, and Jake Berger to the Red Sox for Rafael Devers. What a trade. So you guys don't know who he is? I'm going to show you who he is. You can take a look at him. 22 years old, 82 overall, A potential. He's got contact, he's got power, he's got a little bit of speed, he's got fielding. He's batting .291 this season, 47 RBIs, 18 dingers. You can see he batted .265 the season prior and .284 the prior before that. He's got 3 more years of arbitration after this year. White Sox making a big move. Now, it looks as though it's either going to be Matt Davidson at first or Rafael Devers. We're going to go ahead and kind of just figure that out. We're going to talk to Mike Butcher. We're going to figure out how they plan to use him. But what a trade. White Sox giving up Josh Bell, you know, a 26-year-old guy who had an amazing year last year, and he really hasn't been here this year, despite us seeing him hit a 3-run bomb in the previous game. So you can see the White Sox also putting a lot of trust into Matt Davidson by trading third baseman and big prospect Jake Berger, who's played well. But they do have Andres Vasquez, who they drafted, 19 years old, 61 overall, A potential. So he could be in the pipeline, most likely not next year, but possibly the prior year after that, or the next year after that, he could possibly be there. So they're putting a lot of trust in Matt Davidson. They also have Yolmer Sanchez, who has played exceptional this year. So they're probably also going to have to call up a minor leaguer and infielder from AAA or make another trade. I don't know what they're going to do. We're going to find out by the time we get to the next game, which for you guys is going to be edited, so it's just going to be... But what a trade. Big win, a lot going on. And next thing you know, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get the roster set up, we're going to figure out what's going there, and then we have the All-Star game. So this is an action-packed episode, so don't go anywhere yet. Anything could happen. Alright, so everything has been figured out. They called up Jacob Litzicum, and we take a look at the new lineup. Against right-handers, it's going to stay Adam Ian, Yohan Makata, Eloy Jimenez, Matt Davidson. Then coming in at first is going to be Rafael Devers, then Blake Rutherford. Scott Shieber is going to move to 7th. Tim Anderson is going to be at 8th. And then it's scheduled against righties is going to be Omar Narvaez. So on the bench is going to be Litzicum, Delmonico, Castro, and Sanchez. We go against lefties, much the same, except Matt Davidson is going to be on the bench. Rafael Devers is going to be there at first. Blake Rutherford Tim Anderson's going to be up batting 6th. Yolmer Sanchez is going to be scheduled in those days, but there's going to be a lot of days where Matt Davidson's actually going to be in. And then Nicky Delmonico and Adolfo Castro. Again, this is all subject to change. A lot of this times, Yolmer Sanchez is probably going to be on the bench in favor of Matt Davidson. It's going to kind of throw the lineup in order. Those are the games that you guys don't see that I kind of mess around with. So he's definitely going to get his at-bats. So let's go ahead and let's get to the All-Star game. We had just played Boston. It looks as though the White Sox took 2 of 3 against Boston, which is now home to Jake Berger, Carson Fulmer, and Josh Bell. You can see if they pitched, it appears as though they didn't, or at least Carson Fulmer. We're not going to go back and look at those stats. We're going to go ahead and get today's All-Star game going, so that way this episode's not too long. But it is in Cleveland. It is in Cleveland, so let's go ahead. We'll get this started. We'll see who is a member from the Chicago White Sox in today's All-Star game. So it looks as though pitching-wise, we have Wade Davis. Wade Davis is going to be the closer. He's going to be in there. We're not going to worry about pitching. You guys are probably not going to see the pitching side of it unless he needs to close. And then we take a look at this. Mike Trout is in there at center. Rafael Devers made the All-Star team. You can see batting .294. He is a starter. He's going to be batting 8th in the lineup at first base. Keep on going down. Keep on going down. Adam Eaton is a reserve, so you guys will see him as well. You can see the batting average has dipped down to 307 now. And we keep going. And Eloy Jimenez has made the All-Star team as well. I'm pretty sure he didn't make it last year. I'm almost positive he didn't. He did not make the All-Star. I remember now. Batting .299 in his second year. In his second year, he's made it. He batted .319 last year in his 70 games. In 94 games this year, .299. He's played fantastic. So he has earned himself a roster spot here, as the Chicago White Sox have 4 members representing the Chicago White Sox here in Cleveland. So let's go ahead and get this started. We'll go ahead and show you the Rafael Devers first at bat. I don't know if he's going to get a second or not, and then if the reserves get in, and Wade Davis. Rafael Devers comes up to bat here in the first inning against Clayton Kershaw. Bases loaded, 2 outs. So your guys' first time seeing him is here in an All-Star game with bases loaded against Clayton Kershaw. 2-0 American League. What a first time to see him. As that ball's going to be ball 1 up towards his face. You can see it's raining here in Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. What a first appearance for you guys to see him in this MLB The Show franchise mode series with the Chicago White Sox. I can feel it. I can feel he's going to do something crazy. Unless Clayton Kershaw walks him. You never know. We don't need to worry about the Empire crew. They're not going to mess with us because we're not going to be around too much. But wow. What a first appearance. I'm still blown away by that. I think that's amazing. Hopefully he does something amazing. As he's going to swing through that slider for strike 1. I mean, he's going up against Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw, you know, he's given up bases loaded. He's already got 2 runs scored against him. But Clayton Kershaw is a great pitcher. Arguably the best pitcher in all of baseball. So, say what you will. It's definitely not easy at bat. He's going to break his bat. A little dribbler. They're going to throw it over the first. And Clayton Kershaw is going to throw him out for the final out here in the first inning. Wow. I literally can't believe this. He comes up now here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, bases loaded. I can't believe this. And he's going against Bumgarner, another amazing pitcher. As that ball is hit deep. That ball is hit deep. Will it go? Will it go? It will. A grand slam for Devers. Oh my God. Can you believe that? Bases loaded grand slam. He gets bases loaded twice and he takes this one deep. Holy cow. I can't believe it. 6-0 American League here in the third. Wow, what an impression he's making for Chicago White Sox fans. He comes up in the All-Star game twice with bases loaded. The first time is a broken bat, little dribbler, going only about 5 feet in front of home. And this one he takes straight away center field, grand slam. Holy cow. Adam Eaton's going to get a chance to hit here in the 4th inning. He's coming in for Bryce Harper, and he's going against Max Scherzer. 2 outs, nobody on this time. Nobody on this time for Adam Eaton. As that ball's going to be hit to the shortstop. I'm not sure who's playing shortstop right now, but he's going to be thrown out. Don't know if Adam Eaton's going to get a bat again, but at least he got to bat here in the All-Star game. Eloy Jimenez is going to be up to bat, but he's going to be facing Joe Ross. You can see his stats on the year, very spectacular. Everybody that's in the All-Star game has been doing fantastic this year, and Eloy Jimenez is one of them. He's very proud to have his first All-Star appearance in his 2nd season, as it is a 6-1 American League lead over the National League. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Eloy Jimenez popping this one up straight away to center field. A pretty good hit. Not going to be deep enough, though, in a very deep ballpark, as he's going to be retired for the first out. Adam Eaton's going to get another chance to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 6-2 American League, as it is still raining here. You can see as that ball's going to be at the feet of Adam Eaton. Maybe a little bit of barking, maybe a little bit of friendly chatter there, as it is an All-Star game. Nobody's trying to hurt anybody, as that is going to be ball 1. Adam Eaton's going to take this over the head of the shortstop. That's going to get into left field, and that is going to be a base hit for Adam Eaton. Fantastic job today by the Chicago White Sox hitters. You can see Eloy Jimenez took one, had solid contact. Adam Eaton getting a base hit, and Devers getting a grand slam. So very solid representation amongst the White Sox today. Well, guys, that is gonna do it for this episode. I gotta say, this has been one of the most fun episodes I've ever had recording, with the Chicago White Sox Chicago Cub game, you know, being down 4-0 early, coming back, tying it up, and then with 2 outs in the 9th inning. I can't believe it. I really just can't believe it. Then the All-Star game, making the big trade. This has been an action-packed episode, and you know, with the home run in the 9th with 2 outs, it's kind of like, if the vlog has come out, Kayla can put this in. It's kind of like the vlog with me with my last at bat, or just kind of throwing the ball up and hitting the scoreboard. I mean, what are the odds with your last chance practically? I don't know. This has been a great episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the notifications so that when a video is posted or when I'm live streaming, you could come join and hang out with us. You know, if you enjoyed it as much as I did, make sure to comment below. Let me know. Let me know what was your favorite part of the episode. I'd love to know. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I had fun. I hope you had fun as well. And we will see you next episode.